What's up? I'm Chris from Motionless and White. What made me interested in tattoos was, I don't know, just kind of growing up, like seeing people with them. I was always just naturally intrigued by them. I can't really give an answer why. It's kind of just like, why does somebody like a certain food, or why does somebody like, you know, a color? You know, it's just, I like tattoos. And then, you know, once I started getting them, I just liked them as a way to kind of, you know, it sounds cliche, but just, you know, really express who I am, the things that, you know, I got a lot of band, a lot of lyrics tattoos, so I have a lot of things that kind of represent, like, you know, big parts of my life, which is music. So that's kind of what I use tattoos for, to just represent that. My most painful tattoo was definitely my head. It was the only tattoo that I've ever gotten done where I had to tap out after like 2 hours. I couldn't take it anymore. Other than that, definitely my chin line, like the jawline, that was pretty agonizing, but I got through it. Definitely the head is the worst. My first tattoo was actually 2 tattoos in one sitting. Kind of wanted to do something big for my first tattoo, so I got these 2 stars behind my arms on the same day. It was the day after Christmas when I turned 18. So like I did that so my parents couldn't bitch at me, because I figured, day after Christmas, what could they do? So I went big, got both tattoos, and after that I was like, I just kept getting more and more, and then got sucked in. So I don't know if you can count how many tattoos I have, just because there's so many combined. I don't know if that counts as one, then probably like 25 to 40 maybe, but there's a lot. I have a lot all over the place. I kind of lost track as to how much I've put into them, just because, like, you know, I've been getting tattooed for probably like 6 years now, and I mean, I used to work at a shop, so like I kind of got tattooed for free a lot, but I don't know, definitely maybe by now like around 10 grand over a long period of time, because, you know, they're hundreds of dollars at a time, gets up there, so maybe less, I don't know. The tattoos that have the most meaning to me are my hand, where I have Halloween tattooed in my hand. Just kind of the tattoo to, like, you know, represent who I am as a person in one word. I know Halloween's kind of a weird way to describe yourself and your personality, but, you know, that's kind of the lifestyle that I live by every day. I like everything that's dark and scary. You know, our band takes that role on. It's just everything kind of, you know, follows the idea of what Halloween is about in my life year round, not just one Halloween. Other ones that I have that are really meaningful, I mean, I just have a ton of lyrics by a lot of bands that, you know, mean a lot to me. I have a Morrissey portrait, a couple straight edge tattoos, you know, just things that reflect on my lifestyle, who I am as a person. All those ones are the most important. My favorite tattoo shop is, probably say Electric City Tattoo in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Them and Mark's Tattooing in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Both of those I get tattooed at equally, and both of them are usually the shops that I go to the most. I've gotten tattooed elsewhere, but those 2 shops are what I stick to the most. Lately, my favorite style, I actually really like old school traditional, but I don't have any because I'm waiting to get that on my leg. I'm a really big fan of like the color bomb stuff, where it's just lots and lots of color all over the place. You know, the double power line, like double thick lines. Just anything that's got a lot of color and a lot of, you know, like I like the thick lines. I don't like, you know, thin. I don't know how to describe. They call them power lines where I get tattooed, so I like those a lot. And just, you know, what I have on my arms. Future tattoo ideas are, I definitely want to finish my arm next. That's what I'm doing next. Probably just, you know, a bunch of scary Halloween type stuff, like haunted house type stuff, or, you know, monsters, creatures, whatnot, stuff like that. And then after that, probably my chest and my stomach. Just still kind of working on the idea that I want, but something involving like a, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna put it on my chest or my back, but definitely like a big portrait of a zombie face, just blood everywhere, black, gray, and red, like either here or in the back. Maybe it'd be weird, because if it was here, it'd be like a face and then another face, so probably on my back. That'd be nice. I think they're definitely becoming more lenient to tattoos in modern society, just because so many people it's becoming so popular with people. I'd still say that the majority of the people don't really get it yet, or they don't like it, they don't agree with it. But I think that's becoming increasingly popular and more accepted. But it's never going to be, it's never going to be embraced. I feel, it's always going to be taboo. Judging by my own mistakes, I would tell somebody that's going to get tattooed for the first time, just make sure you know what you want. I have plenty of tattoos that I've gotten, that were after my first one that I look at now. I'm like, why did I do that? So just make sure you think through. If you think that you're gonna, get heavily tattooed, or whether you're just gonna get a few, just make sure you know what you want. Don't just rush into it like I did. Made many mistakes. I feel like people treat me, kind of like, depends on where you go or who it is that you're talking about. We're in the band, we travel, so we'll walk into like a Walmart in Texas and people will look at you like you're the Antichrist just because you're wearing, black and you have tattoos and stuff. But other people, they're interested in your tattoos. They see you and they're like, oh, did that hurt? And they want to talk to you about it. So it's kind of like a, negative and positive in some ways. But definitely the more tattoos you have, the more people, have something to look at, whether it's negative or positive. I actually don't know what girls think of my tattoos. I mean, I don't really get tattooed to look cool for the ladies. I just get tattooed because it's what I like about myself. I guess it's cool. I mean, a lot of females, but a lot of both genders say that they like my tattoos a lot. So I guess it works. I don't know. Maybe I'll try. What's up? I would definitely change just the way that I laid. There's so many of them just on this arm alone that I wish I had thought through and realized, that I was going to get tattooed as heavily as I did ahead of time. I kind of just did piece by piece and nothing flows together, so I would definitely change that. Speaking of changing tattoos, I'm actually getting my knuckles lasered because I, made a mistake. I rushed right out. I got my knuckles tattooed and, ended up hating it because I just went into it way too fast. So I'm changing this. Going to make a few more adjustments if I could over time. I guess it depends on where it's at. When you're on tour and you have a fresh tattoo, it's gonna suck no matter where it's at. But I mean, if it's on your hands, you're gonna be touching a lot more stuff than if it was on your leg or whatever. But it's definitely rough just because you're moving around, you're doing so much stuff, you're sweating when you play on stage. It's a lot more rough than when you're not on tour. So. I only really get tattooed when I'm home. I don't like getting tattooed on the road. I have before, but I don't have a specific artist that I go to just because I prefer getting tattooed at home. So I feel incredible. Yeah. Thanks, man. I feel incredibly honored just because I know how much getting band tattoos and music tattoos means to me. So to see that somebody else has done something that is similar to what I would do through tattoos, it's really awesome. Like, makes me feel like I'm doing something for somebody else what music has done for me. I'm Chris from Motionless and White. Check out my tattoos on econhonor.com.